Hey guys, how you doing out there? Hope you're doing wonderful wherever you are in this beautiful, wonderful world. Welcome to What It Do. I appreciate you for stopping by today to see what it do here. You already know what sign I am picking up on, and you already know what this is about. We're at the end of the day, 8/8 for me. So at 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. excuse me, I'm actually going to only do one last read. I didn't get a chance to do all zodiacs, so I guess you're one of the lucky ones. So I'm going to start off with energy read. Excuse me. Pick up on some energy first, and then I'm going to pull your zodiac after. And feel free to fast forward through that part since you already know who this is for, but I don't yet. So I hope you guys had a beautiful, wonderful 8/8 coral day. I hope you had wonderful energy and alive, vibrant energy there for you today, and you felt like you could accomplish anything today. Excuse me. Excuse me. The fan is, the air, whatever, is on in my house, and I'm the only person who seems to always be cold. So I don't never get to have it my way, which is on low. So I seems like now I'm always suffering and congestion and runny nose and all that nonsense. And I think it's absolutely unfair. My gosh. I have a long time to live with my children, and they're still children. So, they're still young. Put it like that. They're not 18, 19, 20, 25, ready to move out. So, that part right there. So, anyhow. Forgive me. Whew. So let's see what I get for you. Oh, beautiful. Panther. Beautiful. Number 80. And it says at the bottom, land, animal, and earth. It's kind of blurry, so I have to maneuver it around a little bit. And I have here the number 80 or the 8. And you see the Egyptian pyramids, and the dragonfly at the top is a representation of change. But let me pull out the book so I can read for you really quickly, and get us a better understanding of what they're trying to tell us with their visuals there. Land, animal, earth is 98. Excuse me, I'm getting tired. Okay. So this card here, it says, I'm trying to find a good position to sit in here so I can read it to you. It says the Earth's ecosystem is extremely intelligent in its design. Every animal that exists on this planet is here for a very specific, very necessary reason. It is the same with the plants and the insects and the minerals and all of it. This means that when we harm the animals, we harm ourselves, and we harm our planet, and we harm all the life it holds. What are you doing to help balance the ecosystem? Are you inadvertently supporting factory farming and industrialized meat production with the foods you eat and the restaurants you frequent? Are you still consuming single-use plastics? Do you recycle, reuse, replant, and compost? Do you mend your holy socks, or do you throw them away and go to your local corporation superstore to buy new ones that were made at a factory in China? What are you doing to balance the scales so that every being on the planet can thrive in harmony? Your actions really do matter, my love. Every one of them. So from this dragonfly to the panther to this stork, on the land, Egyptian pyramids, the sun, everything works together. And we have to come together and work together to have things work in a beautiful balance. That's basically what I'm getting from that. So let's see who this is for, or let me see who this is for, because you know who this is for. So okay, Aries, number 1, act. So are you doing your part in acting and on the overall balancing of this earth? I try my very best. I'm not going to lie and make it seem like I am perfect, because I am not. I wish I knew how to plant more and do more. My dogs, they would tear it up and eat it up, and then I would have to put a fence around it, and I'm just so busy. I haven't even had the time to get out there and try to plant anything, to put a fence around anything. It's like every day is something new, and I just haven't got around to that part of life yet. And I really know I need to, just because I need to. You know, just for the sake of. But I haven't got there yet. So I don't beat myself up either. I do my part. I do recycle. I do, you know, get on my children about, you know, littering and so on and so forth. I try my very best to do my part. So Aries, I hope that you do your very best to do your part as well. All right. Here we go here. I think that's my last time. Alright, Aries. Did I say Libra or did I say Aries? I don't know. I think I said Aries. Alright, if I called you a Libra, my apologies. Okay. We have here 10 of Cups. So it looks like you're looking for some sort of happiness in your whole family life, in your relationship sector. Just overall, you're looking for happiness all around. And you may feel that you don't have all the right tools or the right energies or the right anything to make this happen the right way. But if you just get out there and speak, that's the Knight of Swords, on certain things, you will get to whatever you're trying to achieve. So then here you have the 8 of Pentacles. So that's just telling you to keep working on yourself, and you will find all the right elements of everything that you need to proceed and to get to where you're trying to get to. Yeah, 6 of Wands, which is victory, right? So you may not feel that you have all of the right tools. Usually I don't do that, but since it fell out just the way I saw it, I let it go. Because usually I'm like, oh, 3 cards, I only needed 1, but 2 came out right after that. So I'm gonna take it. If that is that dog again, I'm going to lose my last bit of mind. Okay, so let's see what we have here, guys. Under Magician, I don't know, everybody wants to bug me today while I'm doing these videos. Alright, they have me all week long. Nobody ever wants to bug me. My hand is itching like crazy. There's some money coming in or something. That's good. Now, the Magician. in reverse. So, right, you may have felt like you don't have all the right elements to make things happen and come about, but don't fret, okay, because you have the Six of Wands here, which means victory, and the Six of Pentacles. Wow, how ironic. 6 and the 6, okay. Six of Pentacles, you'll be able to definitely work with someone. You had the Ten of Cups at the bottom, right? So now you have the Knight of Swords, indicating that all you have to do is speak, okay? Just be yourself, okay? And Seven of Cups, whether this is Seven of Cups, if you have a lot of options, or you have one particular cup of love, knowing exactly that you want to just offer one person love or something of that nature. Either you have one cup and you know that it's love in that one cup, or you have a lot of options. I don't know, you do. And here you have Two of Swords, which means that there is some sort of blockage or something that you're not seeing clearly in your pathway. But however the case, just speak your mind and do you, and you will be fine. And here I have the Eight of Pentacles, which means that you're still just working on yourself. And here's the Queen of Wands and the Page of Swords. So it's either work hard and be yourself and work towards, that's the bottom. I'm sorry, the bottom of the deck was the Moon over here. So you're hiding some feelings about something, either for a Queen of Wands, and you're trying to find the right words to say while you're working on yourself, or you are this Queen of Wands and you're trying to find the right words to say. I'm not too sure which one you are. I don't think that that's too relevant at this moment because I am just pulling energy. And a lot of times people always say there's no gender in tarot, but I prefer to say opposite. When I see, king or queen, that's exactly what I look at it as. So everyone's different with what they, how they, look at things. So to each their own. I don't have time to argue anyone down because I will never do it. I'm only speaking basically to whoever is watching. I don't respond to anyone. Don't argue with anyone. So, that's either here nor there, basically, for me at the end of the day, Take it however you take it, run with it, turn it into whatever you like, receive it however you like. It's your world. You know what I'm saying, Aries. Alright, so let's now step into this sector of tarot, which is a little different. It has a little biblical spin on it, and some different meanings for the cards. Some of them are similar, but still they have a little bit more background to how they got to that meaning. Okay, so however the case, you may feel like you don't have all the right ingredients to move forward towards this happy life, but you will be successful in being able to work with someone. You just don't see exactly how it's going to happen, but as long as you stay focused on yourself and just speak your mind and be yourself, you will be okay. And now he had also the card of the ecosystem. So maybe if you start involving yourself in some sort of, worldly matters, and helping out in the earth or doing some sort of community projects or something, maybe you'll meet someone that way. So at the bottom I have here Ten of Wands. And in the original tarot, Ten of Wands means putting down burdens, right? So put down all the burdens of, you thinking that you won't be able to get to this happy life and or be with someone. Oh, no, can't do that. Maybe I shouldn't take that one because it was about to fall on my lap, and maybe I should just take these two because that's what it is. So then at the bottom I have the Emperor, which is an Aries card. So either, like I said, either you are this Emperor, or you're either this Emperor trying to get to this Queen of Wands and you're taking your time, or you're this Queen of Wands taking your time trying to get to the Emperor. I don't know. You do. It could fall either way. So let's get to it. This here is the Sun, the first card out here. I'm going to bring this down a little bit so you can see. And my music stopped. It always does that. So now let's get here to, or was it my speaker died? Which one is it? I don't understand why it stopped. That was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay. So here I have the number 30, which is the Sun. And it says here, the 30th path of wisdom connects Yesod and Had and is associated with the Sun tarot card. The Sun card represents the child of the promise, Romans 9:8. The sunflowers link the child to the Queen of Wands. Wow, Queen of Wands. Interesting. The sunflowers link the child to the Queen of Wands, who sits on a throne with a red lion. Excuse me. The card represents Yeshua, who was the promised Messiah, who will bring peace to the world, Matthew 1:21, Isaiah 11:6. The child holds a red flag, which is the color used by the Red King of Wands. Yeshua is portrayed in his second coming as appearing on a white horse, Revelations 19:11. It has a robe dipped in blood, Revelations 19:13, which is symbolized by the red flag. Yeshua is the light of the world, John 8:12, and is symbolic of the sun providing light to the earth. Following the marriage of the sun and the moon, there will be no more need for either, Revelations 21:23. The symbol of the sun is also the alchemical symbol of gold and serves as a symbol of God, with the small dot inside a circle representing the microcosm. And the macrocosm. There are 21 rays coming from the sun on this card, which is the value of the name of God, Ahaya, AHYH. The 21st letter in the Hebrew Aleph Bet is Shin, which represents God Almighty, Shaddai, and the Shekinah, or the Shekinah. There are 9 sunflowers on the card, which is a reference to the Sephirah of Yesod, which is where the union between the Messiah, which is Tefereth, and the bride, which is Makuth, will take place. This path is opposite of the star card, which represents the spirit of wisdom, which leads the wise to the Messiah. Wisdom is the first He, which combines with the Yod to pronounce Vav, Messiah, child, and then brings the bride, the second He in the Tetragrammaton, to the wedding feast of the Lamb, Revelations 19:7. As Al-Shimaya did in the chemical wedding of Christian Rosenkreutz. I don't know right about now. I cannot pronounce names and stuff. It's beyond me. Anyway, the Sun card is the 14th card in the Major Arcana, and the geometrical value points to Gabora number 5 and the balance of peace and justice ushered in by the Messiah, John 3:16, Isaiah 65:25. The 30th path's gematria value is 3, which refers to the 3 substances of alchemy: spirit, soul, and body, working together in perfect harmony, and the intent of God's original plan being manifest into reality, John 1:14. The Hebrew letter associated with the path is Reish, which means head or beginning, and both concepts refer to aspects of Christ, who is the head of the body. 1 Corinthians 11:3. And his purpose was ordained from the foundation of the world, Romans 16:25, Ephesians 1:9, Revelations 13:8. And the letter Reish is listed in the Sephirah Yetzirah as one of the 7 double letters and associated with the duality of grace and abomination, which is related to the justice, Geburah, and mercy, Shezed, that Yeshua provides a balance between. Matthew 25:32 through 33. This path aligns most of the Church of Philadelphia, which was accepted and promised to be rewarded. The intelligence listed in the 32 paths of wisdom associated with this path is collective. The text reads, the 13th path is the collective intelligence, and astrologers deduce from it the judgment of the stars and celestial signs and perfect their science according to the rules of the motions of the stars. The wise men followed the star to the location of the birth of the Savior, Matthew 2:1 through 2, and his second coming will be announced by the sun and the moon, Joel 2:31, Revelation 6:12, and the motion of the stars, Matthew 24 through 30 through 29. So here you have the sun, right? The sun card, which is also representing Leo, right? Lions Gate. So another fire sign as well. So Aries fire sign, Leo fire sign, coming together here in this whole collective energy. And that word there, your intelligence, it says collective. I don't know if you can read that. And it says 7 Philadelphia. Jupiter attribute is grace, traits, acceptance, and reward. And it says meaning the head or the beginning. So know that you may felt like you didn't have the right ingredients, but you really do have all the right ingredients. It starts with you. It starts with who you are and accepting, that God is here with you. And if you learn how to bring him in and put him first, everything else falls into place. That's my best way of explaining that. And now here you have the 9 of Wands. And in a traditional tarot, 9 of Wands represents like determination. So it's like you're determined here, either whatever you're determining, whether if it's love or whether if it's getting your life right. And hold on guys, let me find it really quickly. Getting things right with family members, people in your life, or whatever the case. You may not see certain things and how things may pan out for you, but you still seem to be very determined, because that's what I'm getting out of this card here. So it says the Sephirah of Yesod, which is foundation, is the first Sephirat above Malkuth, which is kingdom. Okay. It sucks that my computer is really not picking this up the right way, so you can see the whole card and read it the right, like, and then I have this silly light that's messing and glaring, making it glare as well. So forgive me. So, right, the Sephira of Yesod, which is foundation, is the first Sephirah above Malkuth, which is kingdom, on the middle pillar of the Kabbalah, and represents the beginning of the balancing process of the three pillars. It also represents the location of the wedding of the sun, the sun and the moon, the Messiah Tefereth, and the bride Malkuth, and the chemical wedding of the alchemist. It is associated with the color purple because it unites the attributes of the pillars of severity and mercy. The color purple, no, excuse me, the color, wasn't that the name of the movie, The Color Purple? The color purple is produced by equally mixing the colors red, Gabora, male polarity, and purple, Chesed, female polarity. Within God's eternal plan, Yesod represents the marriage of the Messiah, Matthew 22, 1-2, Revelations 19:7, and the bride, Ephesians 5:31-32, 2 Corinthians 11:2, which marks the beginning of the world to come, Revelations 21:2-3. The diagram of the Kabbalistic tree of life is symbolically related to the human body. The Adam, Kadmon, and the Sephirot line up with different body parts. Kether lines up with the head, Tefereth with the heart, and Yesod with the genital region, which is where the two become one flesh. Although diagrams with circles lining up with different sections of the human body may remind some people of the Eastern chakra system, the Sephirot are not energy centers, and they are not related to the chakra system or Kundalini yoga. This is funny because earlier that's how I was labeling stuff, like, oh, like up at the top, like intuition, like, so that's interesting that I now read that. The genders and relationships with Kabbalah are symbolic, and the marriage relationship is used to describe the covenant between God and his people, or the Messiah, the knight, and his apprentices, the pages. The invisible church, which consists of male and females, is referred to as a bride of the Lamb, but Yeshua is not actually going to get married to infinite numbers of people. In alchemy, the rebis is used to graphically represent the union of the male and female polarities, but the goal is not to become a hermaphrodite. The female and male polarities represent different traits that may seem to be more associated with a certain gender, but the traits are universal characteristics that are found in all human. The goal is to obtain oneness, John 17:11 or Romans 12:4, where people are not divided by politics, religions, or sexual categories, but everyone should love their neighbors as themselves, Matthew 22-39, and there should be no difference between Jew or Gentile, male or female, slave or free, because all are one, Galatians 3:28. So, with that being said, you have persevered, and you're going to continue to persevere, and you're going to come to a great understanding and balance and be able to wrap things up, and kind of put things in their right place. I guess that's where, you have this Knight of Swords. You will be able to communicate things a little bit better when you start putting yourself first and thinking of yourself as the great individual that you are, okay? Regardless of the things that you may not see. you will be fine. And the last card I have here is the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands usually is like holding your vision towards the future, even though you see the Three of Swords here. And the Three of Swords in a traditional tarot card is like hurt and pain, but it's actually a Three of Wands. And so maybe it's like, you know, holding your vision to the future of that greatness that you want, even though maybe you've been heartbroken in the past. So that's why you're like taking your time, and you're just staying focused on yourself right at this moment, and just taking it slowly with whomever it is in your I'm so tired, in your like in your ideal mind of whoever you're thinking of, or you know, whoever you have your eyes set out on. So this card is the Sephirah of Binah, which is understanding, and it is the third emanation of God and reflects the creation of the physical world. The divine name associated with the Binah is Jehovah Elohim, which was explained previously in the Ace of Wands section. For the brevity, the concept will be only summarized here. In the Waite's commentaries, or the Zohar, he connected Jehovah with the male aspect of divinity, Yod, and the written law, and Elohim with the Shekinah, Hey, and the oral law, just as the Yod and Hey represent the unification of the heavenly male and female in Shokma. The Jehovah Elohim provides a similar concept in the Sephirah of Binah. It represents the Most High God and the Spirit of wisdom working together in one accord to accomplish God's will. Wisdom was the first creation, Proverbs 8:22, and together Jehovah Elohim created the heavens and the earth. God said, "Let us make man in our image," Genesis 1:26. And humans were created male and female because they were already heavenly versions of male and female in existence at the time of creation. There is no need to speculate about a Trinitarian Godhead or a dual-gendered universe mind, because Scripture clearly elucidates the verses if one examines the hints and inquires deeper into the secrets. The color associated with Binah is black, which contains all colors and also contrasts blackness and light, understanding and ignorance. Binah symbolizes the beginning of the creation of the world, when the earth was without form and darkness was on the face of the waters, Genesis 1:2. The Sephirah of Binah is colored black because it represents the darkness of human minds that exists prior to being enlightened and gaining understanding. The pillar of severity is related to the baptism of fire and learning through experience, but the Sephirah of Binah is associated with the root of water, Mem. The Hebrew letter Mem has a value of 40, which is the number that is associated with water baptism. The flood lasted for 40 days and 40 nights in order to purify the world of evil. Genesis 7:40. The world was created out of water and was later purified by it. 2 Peter 3:5-6. So basically, that card there, like I said, holding a vision, is like having understanding and wisdom about the things that you have been through. So here it says it represents the Most High God and the Spirit of wisdom working together in one accord to accomplish God's will. So it may be God's will for everything that happens, basically. You know, you put God in in your day and your presence all will begin to work out in your favor. And you have faith in yourself and stay strong and persevere through all things. Be yourself, speak up for yourself. All these things will continue to work out and balance out, and you'll have a greater understanding about what is in front of you. Yeah, because this word bana means understanding. So you'll have just greater understanding of all things that are around you. So Aries, I'm about to wrap it up for you, and you do have you have what it takes, and that's going to be the title. You know, regardless if you know or have a relationship with God, or maybe you're just in the beginning of trying to understand who God is, or however the case may be, curious about God, or you know, I read from this book, but I don't agree with every word. Just like I don't agree with every word in the Bible. A lot of things have been changed to accommodate different views. I'll just keep it like that. And everybody has the right to feel how they feel about anything that they believe in. I don't think that there's, you know, I think there's a lot of different rights and there's a lot of different wrongs. You know, no one here is perfectly correct, and you know, we'll all get our answers one day. It hasn't come yet. But you know, the moral of the story is to put God first, and however you decide to try to look for Him and search out the truths is up to you. They are jealous of you, so do you for life. Don't let anyone come in and, you know, get in your way and try to stop you or try to tell you what you're doing is wrong, or you know, you need to think twice or whatever. You know, just yeah, they're just hating on you and your life 1000%. And maybe your color is green. Always use discernment, definitely. It's just a learning experience. Get to it. Maybe it's that a community project, co-worker love, or maybe some sort of excitement going on around the work. Stay humble. Undeniable love. Sensitive more than usual. Feeling resistant at this time. If it's love, it will come back. Maybe someone is watching from Asia. Hello. Or you thinking of going to Asia, or someone that you're involved with is from Asia. It is urgent. Maybe someone's watching from an island. Hello. Maybe you're from the islands or thinking about going to the islands. Your ex wants back in. There's a reason why they're your ex, and maybe they can't figure you out. All right, Aries. Take care. Bye-bye.